Welcome everyone back to the Alpha Capital Summer Casino Royale event. We're here doing some podcasts and we have one, the only, Zaki.
Good to be here, man. Thank you for the invite. It's been an amazing event. I learned a lot and I'm just happy to be here.
No, it's my absolute pleasure, man. What's been the favorite part of the event so far?
The two main people that actually resonated with me and the two main people that I took away from was number one, that Josh, who was talking about the fundamental side of trading and how he uses fundamentals to obviously place his trades and how he actually advises people in bigger industries, bigger corporations like JP Morgan, BlackRock about his outlooks in the market. So obviously that was something that was very, very interesting for me. Me personally, I don't trade fundamentals at all. I have no fundamental knowledge whatsoever. I learned a bit of ICT here and there. I see technicals, I see a liquidity sweep, I see reversal, and that's how I've made my money, and that's worked for me. But now it's time for the next step, the next level. The next level is what? Fundamentals. Mixing my fundamental knowledge with my technical knowledge, and obviously I need to start somewhere. And today, this event was where I started, where I learned my first lesson in fundamental trading.
Love that. Who was the second one?
Sorry?
You said there was two.
Oh, the other one was Rodrigo. Rodrigo was very, very entertaining. The way he came about and the way he presented himself and his presentation, very unique. Not seen anyone else do it like that. Made me laugh. It was entertaining. And I learned a lot about myself and things that I can implement within my own psychology, my own trading, my own discipline as well.
I love that. And, in terms of event, have you been to many trading events like this before?
So I went to the first ACG event last year. That was in the F1 in London.
Yeah.
And obviously, it wasn't an event like this. We didn't have people obviously giving us advice, giving us gems and tips. It was just traders from ACG getting together, having fun, getting to know each other, networking, and then having a little competition. This event, completely different.
Well, levels above.
Levels above, 100%.
Definitely. What would be your number one tip for traders out there?
Number one tip for traders out there would 100% be, okay, I'll give two tips, all right? First and foremost, collect data. Ensure that the strategy that you're actually trading, the things that you've learned, the concepts you've learned actually works. And the only way to do that is how? Back testing, stress testing, and forward testing. That's the only way you can get that data. Once you have that data, you will get an understanding of what your strategy can give you. That in itself will become your edge. Does that make sense? That will give you confidence in your strategy. On a month-to-month basis, what is my strategy giving me? My strategy is giving me maybe a 10%. On a mechanical setup, I'm getting 10%. I don't need to make 10% a month. I just need 2%, 3%, 4% for me to become a profitable trader, for me to take money out of the markets. Me having that confidence gives me the edge, knowing that if the loss that I take today will be made back this week, next week, in the following month.
Yeah.
So that in itself is one of the tips that I would give when it comes to actually one of my biggest tips. Collect data. Make sure that the strategy you're actually trading makes sense, it works. Yeah. And if after collecting your data, it doesn't make sense, you crunch the numbers, things aren't adding up, then it's time to start learning something else. Maybe you're trading supply and demand. Maybe you're trading support and resistance. Maybe you're trading ICT concepts, whatever it might be. Just make sure that whatever you're trading makes sense, the numbers make sense, and if it's not working for you, don't be afraid to jump onto another strategy. That's not to say strategy hop. Strategy hop is going to be different. Strategy hopping is when you go from one strategy to another because you see the next shiny object. Yeah. Shiny object syndrome. You don't want to do that. You want to make sure that whatever you're using is working. If it's not working, after you've crunched the numbers and you've seen that, okay, this is not something that's going to work for me personally, jump onto something else. That isn't strategy hopping. Yeah. Makes sense. And the second tip I would give is take your time. Makes sense. There used to be a time in the prop firm industry where we used to have 30 days to pass a phase 1 and then 30 days to pass a phase 2. That's gone now. The struggle or the stress to make 8% or 10% within 30 days is gone. I can do a challenge for the next 2-3 months. If it's my first challenge, that's my advice as well. If it's your first challenge, take as long as you need to, because once you pass that first challenge, you know that you can pass challenges. Once you get that first payout, you know you can get the payouts. That in itself is confidence. Makes sense. And then afterwards, if you want to start risking more on challenges, if you want to start taking riskier trades, doing things slightly out of what you normally do, you can 100% do that. But understanding that you yourself, you're a confident trader, you're a good trader, you can get those returns is imperative. That's something that is very important. So number one, like I said, make sure that you have data, make sure your strategy actually works. Number two, take your time, take it easy.
Love that. And Is there any books that you read in terms of trading?
So the only book I've actually read is Trading in the Zone.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of books that I read outside of trading as well. Does that make sense? One big book that really helped me, not outside of trading, not just trading, but in terms of entrepreneurship as well, is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill.
Yeah.
That in itself, an amazing read. Read it, understand the flow of money, understand how money can be accumulated, understand how money becomes energy, understand how your thoughts are energy, how your thoughts translate themselves into their physical equivalents. Understand all that. Read that book. It just it unlocks your mind.
We're going to have a deeper podcast on that book alone, yeah? So we'll do that. But Zaki, thank you for being here.
No worries.
We'll definitely have to get you at the next event. It's
Thank
going to be
you.
bigger and better. Everyone at home, hit subscribe, hit like, and there'll be other videos on screen from this event. Check them out as well. And until next time, take care.